January 30th. I want you to hold that date in your head, because at 8 p.m. on that day, in an informal settlement in Primrose Ekurhuleni, a crime intelligence-led operation made an arrest, and according to police reports, they detained a 25-year-old Mozambican national facing charges of premeditated murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and contravention of the Immigration Act. This is Armindo Joaquim Pacula, a second accused in this matter, and according to multiple reports, investigators believe he may be the alleged shooter. Listen to every word of this. Hit that like button. Subscribe, because we are not going to stop digging. Let's go back 48 days. December 16th, 2025. Warwick Stock, known as DJ Warras, exits the Zambezi building in central Johannesburg. According to city officials, the building had been experiencing issues with rental collection. Approximately 250 tenants occupied the building. City officials stated that roughly half were reportedly not paying rent. According to police reports, there were allegations of illegal activities taking place in the building. Warras and his security company, Imperium Ops, had been privately contracted by the owner's lawyers to install security systems and assist with rent collection.
It was a brief appearance in the Johannesburg Magistrates Court this morning where the man accused of shooting and killing Warwick Stock, aka DJ Warras, appeared. Armindo Pacula, a 25-year-old Mozambican national, addressed the court in Portuguese. He was arrested on Friday evening in Primrose on Gauteng's East Rand. Police believe he is the gunman who shot and killed Stock on December 16th in Joburg CBD. He is facing charges of premeditated murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and contravention of the Immigration Act. A side-by-side comparison of the shooter caught on CCTV footage on the day of the shooting and Pacula shows an uncanny resemblance. Police sources claim they recovered the dreadlocks and gold gift bag, which the gun was concealed in on the day of the murder, inside Pacula's shack at Marathon Informal Settlement in Primrose. The case was postponed to next week to allow the state to verify Pacula's address.
According to CCTV footage referenced by investigators, Warras finishes a phone call, turns back toward the building, and a man approaches. Multiple shots are fired. Warras falls. 40 years old, father, security company owner, dead in broad daylight. Multiple reports say Stock had 5 protection orders in place, and in court, proceedings also referenced an application that listed 6 individuals. That is not necessarily a contradiction. It can mean 5 orders were granted, while the paperwork named 6 people. The key point is, he formally flagged threats before he was killed. After the murder, in a police raid on December 18th, according to reports, investigators found a message on a phone. 4 people were taken for questioning. The first formal arrest comes later in December, 6 days after the shooting. Victor Mthethwa Majola, 44 years old. According to his defense attorney, he is a taxi driver, father of 12 children, arrested, facing charges of premeditated murder and conspiracy. This is where the state's case begins to build. Investigating officer Captain Abe Montwedi testified in court. According to his testimony, a witness reported hearing someone speaking in isiZulu with 2 men pointing. The witness claims to have heard the words, "Nangu Lomuntu." Here he is. According to the witness, this occurred right before the shooting. According to the officer's testimony, CCTV from a butchery near the crime scene captured approximately 45 minutes of footage. The investigating officer testified that the footage allegedly shows someone seated with 2 other individuals. According to police, one of them matches the description of the alleged shooter. The footage allegedly shows individuals talking, moving, waiting. Then the incident occurs. Then, individuals fleeing.
Now, after motion.
Can I have the full name?
Amy Montwedi motion.
Amy Montwedi.
That's correct motion. Ufike nabi igama lakhe Amy Montwedi.
You have no objection of that is correct?
That's correct, Your Worship.
Evidence you are about to take to the court
So everyone.
Usefungelele mnumzana ukuthi le ufakazi azokuthula kulesicelo sakho sebheyili-ke kuzoba iqiniso kuleqiniso lonke hayi
I was not aware that my client is standing. May I request that he be seated because he suffered injuries, so it could be seated. Thank you so much, Yoshi.
You may be seated, Mr. Majola.
Baba Majola ungahlala phansi.
Thank you so much, Yoshi.
As court please. Sir, is it correct that you are a member of the South African Police Service?
That's correct, Worship.
Yebo, kuyiqiniso ukuthi mina ngelinye lamalunga ombutho wamaphoyisa.
Okay. Where are you stationed?
Provincial Investigation Unit in Gauteng, Worship.
Uthi-ke use-ofisini-ke leli lesifunda lala eGauteng.
Okay. What is your rank?
50, Worship.
Ngukapteni.
Okay. For how long have you been in the service?
33 years, Worship.
Ngineminyaka ewu-33 ngiyiphoyisa.
Okay.
Majola's defense fought hard. His attorney, Dumisani Mabunda, requested access to the video. You cannot just take the state's word, Mabunda argued in court. It would be a miscarriage of justice not to see that evidence. Magistrate Annalise Tilhapi rejected the request. According to her ruling, the video content mirrors what the investigating officer already testified, and the officer's evidence constitutes admissible hearsay in bail proceedings. Whatever is visible in that video footage amounts to what the investigating officer already said before the court, Tilhapi ruled. Therefore, this court will not summon the video footage to be brought to court as evidence. The application is dismissed. But Majola's defense presented an alibi. According to a statement from a mechanic, Majola was with him on December 16th. The statement claims he arrived at 11 a.m. driving a black Volkswagen Golf, stayed for hours, left briefly at 2 p.m. to withdraw cash, then returned. He was gone for about 15 minutes and returned, Mabunda told the court. This version makes it impossible for the accused to have been in two places at the same time. The state opposed bail. Prosecutors argued several points. According to the state, Majola provided two conflicting addresses. The state alleges he does not have a fixed address. Prosecutors claim he frequently moves between different areas in Johannesburg. The state noted that other suspects remain at large and argued there is a risk he could interfere with witnesses. According to the state's case, evidence from the butchery CCTV allegedly shows certain movements before and after the incident. According to witness testimony presented by the state, someone was allegedly seen at the scene. An identity parade was conducted, and according to police, an identification was made. According to police testimony, certain information was found on a phone. Let's pause here for context. The numbers behind the situation. According to city officials, the Zambezi building houses approximately 250 occupants. Officials stated that roughly 50% pay rent. That means approximately 125 tenants were reportedly not paying. According to reports, the building owner saw rent decrease drastically. A committee had reportedly formed. According to allegations, they were collecting rent. But according to the owner's representatives, not all of it was going to the owner. DJ Warras and Imperium Ops were brought in to install biometric access control systems. According to the contract, they were to secure the premises and assist with rent collection. This was a private contractual arrangement, not a city mandate, but according to some accounts, it threatened an existing arrangement. Think about it. According to market reports, average rent in Johannesburg CBD ranges from 1,500 to 3,000 rands per month. Using a conservative estimate, that could represent 187,500 rands monthly, over 2 million rands a year. According to the owner's claim, this money was not reaching them. DJ Warras was brought in to address this, and according to court documents, he knew there were risks. According to testimony from MMC for Public Safety Dr. Mchini Chwaku, Warras was granted a protection order, and he also requested that there be a raid because, according to his claims, individuals were threatening his security, including threats to burn the building and threats to deal with him.
I appreciate it. I tell you, I guess, when a family member hugs you while you're on location of a story, it kind of tells you about the difficulty that they are going through. And I can tell you his friends and his family talking about the caliber of person that he was, and the father, the brother that he was, and how devastated his mother is. Nicole had been on the phone with the mother just about 30 minutes or even an hour or so ago, and a call by the family for individuals who had posted some of those visuals on other social media platforms to please remove those. It's a very sensitive time for the family at this stage, and you would see that we had waited for the family to indicate to us when the right time was after they had spoken to the remainder of the family about what had transpired here in the Johannesburg CBD. The family is still trying to process what has taken place, and I mean it's been incredibly devastating for them. Quite strong at this stage. We could see his sister, trying to hold in her emotions. She's having to deal with some of the devastation that's befallen their family at this stage. So at this particular stage, there is no official word from the police on what exactly they're investigating. What do the preliminary investigations suggest at this particular stage? The family also indicating it's still very early at this particular stage, but in the next couple of hours, perhaps we'll get greater details in terms of what is going to happen next. In fact, a few moments ago, the body of the late DJ Warras, Warwick Stock, had just left the scene after the forensic teams that of course completed their work. They'd been at the scene here for a couple of hours, combing the scene, trying to find any clues. There were a couple of cameras around this area, as I mentioned. Police, I would presume, would heavily rely on those to try and piece together what had transpired here. So we're still waiting for official word from the police at this particular stage.
January 26th, 2026. Magistrate Annalise Tilhapi delivers her ruling. Bail denied. According to the magistrate's ruling, the court found that the accused is likely to evade trial. The ruling cited two conflicting addresses. The magistrate noted that the alibi had not been tested. According to the court, the state has presented a case, including witness testimony, CCTV referenced in court, phone records, and identification evidence. The magistrate ruled there is a threat to witnesses and that there would be a loss of confidence in the criminal justice system if bail were granted. Majola remains in custody. Next court date, February 11th. But according to police, the investigation was not over. January 30th, 2026. 8 p.m., Marathon Informal Settlement. Primrose, Ekurhuleni. According to police spokesperson Brigadier Brenda Muradili, the Gauteng Serious and Violent Crimes Investigations Provincial Investigation Unit, working alongside Crime Intelligence and the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department, conducted a takedown operation. According to Muradili, they acted on a tip-off and made an arrest. Armindo Joaquim Pacula, 25 years old, Mozambican national. According to authorities, his immigration status is part of the case being assessed by the court.
Good morning, and good morning to the viewers of SABC. I can confirm that last night at around 2000 hours, a team comprising of Crime Intelligence, Provincial Investigation Unit that falls within the Serious and Violent Crime Investigations in the province, as well as Ekurhuleni Metro Police, were in Ekurhuleni at informal settlement called Marathon in Primrose, where they arrested another suspect, a Mozambican national, who is illegal in the country, and the suspect has been detained, and he will be appearing in court on Monday, facing the charge of murder as well as contravention of the Immigration Act.
In terms of the suspect that has been arrested, was he a suspect at the time, or is this just due to intelligence that it emerged following the other proceedings as well? Talk to us about the process that's been undergoing.
He is, we can confirm that he is one of the 3 suspects that we have been looking for. So crime intelligence was able to gather that information, hence the takedown operation that happened last night.
All right, and just in terms of, the work that's being done, authorities calling for more information. How do people also get in touch should they have any information that could be used to further this investigation?
Yes, we are still looking for 2 more suspects that we know of at this stage. For anyone with information on those suspects, we appeal that they can call their nearest police station, or they can send tip-offs via my FAPS application, which can be downloaded on any smartphone, or they can simply call the SAPS crime stop number 08600 10111.
And, Brigadier Brenda, just in terms of motive, with the suspect also been arrested, can police at this point indicate any possible links or motives to other crimes, other hijacked buildings as well within the CBD at large? Any other, crimes that this suspect may be involved in?
Muradili confirmed the arrest. According to her statement, the suspect would appear in court on Monday, February 2nd, 2026, facing charges of murder and contravention of the Immigration Act. According to reports, investigators believe the CCTV description may match the suspect, but that has not been tested at trial. February 2nd, 2026. Pacula makes his first appearance at the Johannesburg Magistrates Court. According to reports, heavily armed EMPD officers were present in the courtroom. He faces multiple charges: premeditated murder, conspiracy to commit murder, contravention of the Immigration Act. This is a Schedule 6 offense. According to the prosecutor, the state is opposing bail.
At 16 minutes after 12, Stock is seen in a black T-shirt, accompanied by an unidentified man on his left in a white T-shirt. Stock has just exited Zambezi House, a hijacked building on Van Wielig Street in Marshalltown. Stock was there to assist contractors who were installing a biometric system in the foyer of the building. The pair walk out of the shot towards Fox Street. According to testimony by the investigating officer, Stock briefly stepped into a vehicle he was using on the day, an Audi Q7, which is parked just a few meters away near some street vendors. Out of shot in this footage, evidenced by the IO, says Stock opens the passenger side door, gets into the vehicle while having a conversation on his cell phone, before closing the vehicle and locking it. He then starts making his way back to Zambezi House. It's about 54 seconds since Stock is seen exiting Zambezi House, now 17 minutes past 12, when we see people frantically ducking for cover. In the commotion, we see the alleged shooter in the crowd. Stock was shot 5 times. The alleged gunman is dressed in a green T-shirt, blue floral shorts, sandals, and a cap. The shooter then doubles back and picks up something from the ground, possibly the keys of the Audi Q7 that Stock was using, as the keys were never found, before he calmly walks towards Fox Street. From another angle, we see another suspect picking up 2 bags near the informal street vendor stalls. The Audi Q7 is parked just out of shot. One of the 2 bags is a dark yellow gift bag. EWN understands the gun used to kill Stock was concealed in this gift bag.
And according to social media observers, there was a discrepancy. According to early descriptions repeated in reporting, the shooter was described as having dreadlocks. Pacula did not appear in court with dreadlocks. In court, the state presented an explanation. According to court reporting, police alleged the suspect cut off dreadlocks before his arrest and referenced items they say were recovered. Those claims have not been tested at trial. The magistrate announced the case is postponed to February 9th for address verification and to determine Pacula's legal status in South Africa. He will remain in custody. According to the court schedule, he is expected to join Majola in the dock on February 11th. 2 men, 2 separate arrests. But according to the state, allegedly part of the same conspiracy. According to the state's theory, here is what prosecutors believe happened. The state alleges that Victor Majola orchestrated the incident. According to investigators, he allegedly had a relationship with one of the tenants of the building, a woman DJ Warras had sought legal protection against. According to police testimony, certain information was allegedly found on a phone. According to witness testimony presented by the state, someone was allegedly seen seated near street vendors outside the building for approximately 45 minutes. According to a witness account presented in court, when DJ Warras exited the building, someone allegedly said, "Nangu Lomuntu." Here he is. According to the state's case, Armindo Pacula allegedly approached DJ Warras. According to CCTV descriptions discussed in court reporting, an individual dressed in a green t-shirt, blue floral shorts, sandals, and a cap. According to those descriptions, dreadlocks were part of the early identification. According to testimony, shots were fired. According to the CCTV referenced by investigators, while fleeing, someone allegedly doubled back and picked up something from the ground. Police believe this could be the keys of the vehicle Stock was using. The keys were never recovered. According to testimony, items were allegedly picked up, including a yellow bag, which police allege was used to conceal a weapon, and according to the video description, the individual proceeded toward Fox Street.
Also somebody that was involved in crime fighting, was also a witness at the Madlanga Commission. Now we've got DJ Warras that's been assassinated. It's very concerning. All of these investigations, I believe, are being handled by the Provincial Serious and Violent Crimes Investigation Unit based out of Wynberg. They're a very astute unit. They're a unit that have capacity and resources to investigate these types of serious crimes. And they are following leads. I think it's important to understand that we're looking at hitmen that aren't exactly professional assassins like you would see in the movies. These are guys that left behind cartridges. These are guys that didn't care that there was CCTV footage, much the same as what we saw in the AKA killing, where there was clear footage of the people that were responsible for taking him out. So our only hope is that once they take down these particular suspects, that these suspects can lead them to the facilitators and lead them to the masterminds, if there are facilitators and masterminds.
What are the chances of that happening, though, tracking down whoever ordered the hit, if, as is now being suspected, the killing is linked to the hijacking of buildings in the inner city? What are the chances that 3 criminals would give up whoever paid them, if that's what happened, to do this?
Yeah, it's a very interesting dynamic we have in South Africa in the criminal justice system. You find the low-hanging fruit, you prosecute the low-hanging fruit like we saw in the Babita case, but there's various aspects as to why hitmen don't give up who the facilitators are and who the masterminds are. The first is the safety of their loved ones outside. The second is while they're in prison, they live it up. It's not like you and me that are very scared of the prison environment. To them, it's just another environment where they hold rank, they hold seniority because of the types of crimes that they've been involved in. Often, more often than not, their families are looked after while they're inside, and their families are also at threat. So
DJ Warras died addressing this. According to some observers, will his death change anything? Or according to others, will it discourage others from doing what he tried to do? The case continues. February 9th, Pacula returns to court for address verification. February 11th, according to the court schedule, both Majola and Pacula are expected to appear together. According to prosecutors, the state will oppose bail for Pacula. According to the state, the evidence is building. CCTV, witness testimony, phone records, recovered items, identity parade results. But the trial has not started yet. These are bail proceedings. The real trial is still to come. And here is what we need to remember. These are allegations. The state alleges. Prosecutors claim. Witnesses testify. But until a court convicts, they are presumed innocent. That said, according to legal observers, the evidence presented so far appears significant. And if the state's case holds up at trial, according to prosecutors, this could be a case of conspiracy to commit murder, a targeted incident, an alleged hit ordered and executed. DJ Warras knew there were risks. He sought protection orders. He testified about threats. He told authorities people were allegedly threatening to burn the building, to deal with him. And 4 days after that court appearance, he was killed. According to the state's theory, this was not a robbery, but a targeted hit. 2 men are in custody, and the state alleges different rules for each. Those allegations still have to be tested at trial, but according to police, the investigation is not over. Comment below. Do you think there are more arrests coming? Do you think authorities will find the alleged third suspect? And bigger question, what does this say about Johannesburg's building crisis? DJ Warras was trying to address one building, and according to some accounts, it allegedly cost him his life. According to observers, how many others are too scared to do what he tried to do? Hit that like button. Subscribe, because we are going to follow this case all the way to trial. We are not going to let this story disappear. DJ Warras fought for his city. The least we can do is make sure his story is told, and that justice is served.